I had to reset my streaming pin.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Gomer-san. I just told Burke what I thought happened in the last episode that he missed. But, you know.
Yeah, I totally didn't think of streaming it or recording it until literally the end of the session, Burko.
Yeah,
That's
Burke
what I
got
said.
upset about that earlier, and yeah. He cried a little.
I had said, I was like, yeah, I appreciated everyone, like, streaming it for me and making it easy for me. And I was like, oh, wait.
Whatever. Can't join the thing.
And then I said, it's just fine.
Gentlemen.
Why the fuck is it on this side but not on this side? Hide on this side.
Oh, poor baby.
Okay.
I don't think we're able to get into the game yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No.
All right, just check it.
Okay, now it's gone. Now it's back. Okay, now it's not fucked up. Okay.
How
Fixed
are
it.
we?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm epic.
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Christmas
Enjoyable.
Christmas blend is finally out, so I'm super stoked.
What'd you say?
Yeah, that's a good call. I'll need to pick that up.
Christmas blend from Starbucks. I have my coffee mug
Very
filled
good.
with it,
Very
and
good.
it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Meh, never been my favorite.
Well,
They have two versions that are both good.
they do. They have holiday and Christmas.
Well, they also have the like the vanilla roast or whatever.
Blasphemy.
Whatever it's called. It's all right. It's all right.
That's blasphemy. That's what it is.
It's
What's
all
up,
right.
chads?
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
Buddy,
How
Hello.
goes it?
it's going
the whole
great.
group this time.
Christmas blend is
You do,
out.
it's about
Great
goddamn
fucking day.
time.
Yes, please.
What's up?
I said a Christmas blend from Starbucks is out. Already got my cup full.
Burke's all hopped up, so
Yeah, he's a caffeinated man today.
he's ready to go.
That's legit.
Well, I mean, this morning, instead of brewing my coffee with regular coffee, I just decided to grind up espresso beans and make that my coffee today.
There you go.
Love that.
And guess what?
That's
I drank like
intense.
6
That
cups,
is
and it was
intense.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it. But that's like, 3 cups for a normal person.
That's true.
Yeah. Got a lot to fill there.
I had a large update
I might be
to do.
starting a new job.
What?
Yeah, man.
Again?
Again.
What happened to the job in Chicago when I was visiting you? Like,
I'm still working it. I am doing
Here we
it right
go.
now.
so you're
But I'm
quitting?
interviewing for a new role.
Oh, at the same place though.
No. Different company.
You really made it sound like that, though.
You did.
You
It's
did.
a
Yeah,
new
I-
role.
Yeah,
different
I-
company.
New role. I'm telling my
Yeah,
current
right,
company
I'm-
to fuck off.
Yeah, no,
I'm,
different
I'm
company.
interviewing for a different company. Yeah.
Same
So
type of
when-
stuff.
Still in insurance, but be insurance brokerage instead of just health insurance, and not health insurance. Like they don't do health insurance because similar, better pay, more. I'm pretty sure they forgot about me in this most recent reorg. So I'm the only person who isn't a designer underneath my current boss, and all the other people in my group got moved over to another group. So it's just like, okay, cool.
They either forgot about you or they very much remembered you.
They could very much
Mhm.
remember me and realize that what I do is in fact important, and where I sit really doesn't matter. But
Right,
yeah,
right.
this would be a better position, fully remote role, which is very interested to me. Better pay.
Well, we do wish you luck, brother. It is now D&D time.
I would be
Let's
the
do that.
omni-channel experience analyst, directly under the Senior Vice President of Innovation and Strategy.
Cool, cool.
Damn.
Just a real quick blurb while we're all loading into Fantasy Grounds. Mare got a new job where
Oh, there
she's
you go.
gonna be actually the district manager for part of Indiana.
The whole
Ooh,
With a different company.
yeah.
I don't know.
nice.
I don't know. She doesn't really know yet.
Manager of
But
Indiana?
yeah, I know, but from Richmond.
From Virginia, I was about to say, holy
I was
crap.
gonna say.
But so
You
like
wanna-
Indiana gets its own district manager, so like
It's a created position.
It's
we're not really sure about
it's a
it
market.
yet, so
You know,
Nice.
it's a
Yeah,
market.
so it needs a better district manager. Like
We drink a lot
state-
in
the state
in
itself
Indiana,
does suck.
so-
It needs better management.
no, we need
she doesn't
drink
know
a
much
lot.
about the job yet. All that she's getting paid more. So, and
Cool.
she actually has normal hours and is going to be off on the weekends and holidays. and
What have
everything.
her
Let's
hours
say,
been?
let's say
recently?
9 to 5, something like that, right? Like
Not
standard.
normal?
normal.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
nice.
8 to 5, but Brian, she has to drive to Ashland every day. Monday through
Ashland?
Friday.
Where's
Yeah,
Ashland?
8. It's an 8 to 5 job. It's north of Richmond. It's on if you take 95 north from Richmond, the next town up is Ashland.
That's not too bad.
Okay.
Well, it's during rush hour.
Well, that sucks.
Both ways,
Just have her go
yeah.
earlier. Have her go earlier. It starts at 8. That doesn't fucking mean she's not hourly. She could go in at 7.
Ugh,
Mhm.
that's
She
even
could
worse.
and leave early. Hopefully, she'll make it work. But
Make it work, yeah.
that's
I mean,
That
really
I
comes
start
from
my
somebody who
job
wakes
for
up at
our
5 every
family.
morning, even on the weekends.
I
So
mean, I start my job at 8.
Except today, you
Did
woke
wake
up at 4.
today.
I do
we're
work
waiting
till
on.
4.
Who are we waiting
You're
on? We're waiting on Mr.
No,
Gomer here.
we're changing the dice color real fast here.
The
Oh, we're doing practice rolls. Okay.
Nope,
Yeah,
Jacob
just
rolled the 4.
Still red for me.
Practice roll.
Still red for you.
It was red for me too. I just clicked it and let me in.
Okay.
Give it a shot. Everybody else is in.
Well, cool, man. Well,
You fully
cheers.
updated everything like that, Gomer?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal was there.
I blame you entirely. It says you're connected. It's capital G Gomer though,
I'm
so I don't
coming
know
in.
if that's gonna
Oh,
fuck
no.
anything up.
Wait, you got a capital G Gomer out there that we've never met? Who is this?
Oh, we got
Roll
rollies
off.
happening right now.
Who is this capital human? That
All these are practice rolls
Man.
until Gomer gets in.
Until one of us rolls a nat
I
one,
appreciate
and then
that.
it's the real thing.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm not even gonna
There we
roll
go.
one,
All
but-
right, now it's on.
I'm
I sound like
here.
Donkey Kong.
Sorry, that was really weird. I was like staring at it the whole time.
It's all right.
slightly
9,
better. Slightly better.
Still not much better.
16. All right.
Real rollies.
Real rollies, yeah. The roll off for who's giving the recap. That looks like so far it's Ben.
Yes.
No, brought us at fucking 5.
No, that was a practice.
14.
It was.
Damn it.
And Valador, where are you at, man? Just
question.
kidding.
I mean, I'll roll.
Just kidding.
I mean, I'm happy to get a nat 1
I
and
just want to see.
be-
I just want to see what happens. You're not going to
Oh,
have to recap considering you weren't here.
Well, if he rolls and rolls less than you, then you have to do the recap for him because you were
Nope.
the one representing him in the last time.
Guess what? I rolled an 11. Suck it.
Bold statement.
All right,
Still,
Steve.
Steve.
All right, Sir Steve.
All right, Steve, can I hear this recap, please? Because you were busting balls on notes, so it better be fucking good.
Oh,
right?
I mean, I saw the busting balls, so
So the note that I have is fighting against our life against Lich Lord guy. And
Oh, shit. sorry, had something in my throat.
what did we do? We basically just got the fuck out once Steve decided to use his turn undead, and all of them failed. But it turns out the little red oozes aren't actually undead blood oozes, so we still had to fight against them a little bit. And then we made it out. We made it all the way through the long hallway. Steve managed to grab one of the shadow weapons and fought his, swiped it at the whatever it was that was fighting at him, and he hit it, and it turned away, and everyone else kind of saw that, and then I'm just gonna. He did get he did get caught by his leg as he was running, and took a couple points of damage, but that's not a big deal. And then he just kind of sauntered lazily when he realized that he could just kill these things, lickety split. And we made it back out into the other room. Thankfully, doing the turn undead also allowed for Broadus, who was at the start of the session completely taken over by what the fuck is his name?
Belivar.
Yeah, tiresome Belivar. And that scared him shitless and scared him out of his body. What did that feel like, Broadus? Like, what did it like feel like an out of body experience, like a ghost? Or do you remember?
I don't know. You tell me. You're doing the recap.
You're recapping, brother.
Don't remember him knowing much about it. Probably didn't know
Take much
shit.
time.
You don't remember shit either.
And
All right, I think
now-
that's
now
good
we're
enough. What
figuring out how
actually
we're
happened,
gonna-
though?
Now we're trying to figure out how we want to get back into the back in, or get we either want to get
Pretty
get
sure
up-
we took the
something.
elevator again, didn't we?
We did. We made it back out. Yeah. So
Alright.
we're good. And then we're waiting. We took a short rest. And
Not only that, we had to run by all of the
Yep.
shadows and
I already
things
said
jumping
that.
out of us.
Alright.
Okay.
You are now back at the entrance after having run back and used knock for a second time to awaken everybody in a 5-mile radius to get the fuck out of there, pretty much. And you're back at the beginning now. So
Mhm.
you find yourself in the entranceway where you first slid down into this caved in looking little foyer area of this tomb that you're not, now that you're here, how the fuck are we gonna get out of here? Because you fell down from up top about 50 feet down through a crevice to try and get away from the oozes. And now you're here. How are you getting out? And that's where you start tonight's session.
So,
Still have that sending stone.
I am able to leap high. I remember this.
Yeah, let's talk about that sending stone.
Yeah.
I think that's probably our best option.
Where does it send us? I don't even remember.
It
It
doesn't
sends
send
us
shit.
to. After doing so good last session.
You did so good, Ben. And then you failed.
It's not in my possession.
It doesn't send any one.
I have the
it
ring of
sends a
jumping.
message.
That's right.
Sends a
I can-
message
Oh, it's in the message. That's right.
to Our Lady to pick us up.
That's right.
I might be able to jump out of here if you guys want to try that.
You can
I
jump
don't think it's
50
gonna
feet.
it's not gonna send a message to Our Lady. It's a different airship.
I mean,
Well,
it
yeah.
wasn't- it was a 50 feet. It was much more than that. Give me a second. I gotta go back. It's been a couple
It's
weeks.
probably 25, maybe 30.
Yeah, it's a leap. You know, it's a.
No problem.
Let's see.
You will Lord of Leaping is what you are.
I
Do we-
actually don't remember what Ring of Jumping does. I have to look at the description.
Do we see
Listen,
any
like
like doorways or any other like path to get out of here?
So you have the major doorway that you just came through from the shadow room, and then it looks to be a more caved in location where there's a lot of rubble, but you do see a kind of an archway type of a place above the rubble, like it's forced a cave in of some sort. You assume that's from the earthquakes that have been occurring
Does it look like we can move the stone?
You can certainly try. The stones are pretty large, but you could certainly try. Go ahead and make a strength check. Whoever's interested in trying to move these boulders.
I'm a stealth guy.
Ooh,
I'm
I would
definitely
love
not a
to try and
strength
move a boulder.
guy.
Give it a
Definitely.
shot.
I'm all over that boulder.
All right,
Give it a
Broadus
shot.
is doing it.
Is
I
it
guess
a save?
Lloyd is gonna
It's
assist.
It's ability check on
maybe
the
a little
first
bit.
on the main page.
You know, Lloyd will definitely spot Broadus and his butt.
I mean, I can give him a. How many boulders are there? I should ask first.
You can't really tell. I mean, there's a number of them, and so you can't really tell how far back they go. Could be a bit to be able to dig through, but
Could we blast our way through them?
I mean, I can't, but you might be able to.
Typically, I would be able to help in this situation. I'm a little tapped out right now.
Oh no! I mean, I have the magic missile wand. That's why I'm asking. You know.
Oh, okay.
Boom!
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I can just start whipping that spell at those things.
I mean, if you blasted things, would it potentially compromise the integrity of our current structure in any way?
make a.
I don't know.
Lloyd, make just an investigation check.
That seems a little too cautious.
Hey, I might not care here in a second.
That's true.
Looking at this thing, it looks like the integrity of the room itself that you're in is fine.
Oh, right.
If a couple of these rocks get busted up, but I mean, you haven't seen the hallway or anything like that beyond it. But if those rocks get reduced to rubble, that's not really a concern for the room you're in.
Since I'm looking around, anything else I notice of interest? Since I'm checking out the place.
Not especially. It looks like a standard doorway. A little bit of a smaller version of what the larger doors were into the shadow room.
Okay.
So not quite as grandiose as those. So about half the size.
So one entrance and exit. Is that about it?
You could probably gather that there's a smaller hallway of some sort going down. This one not as grandiose as the one before, but you can't really make out anything about what's down that hallway or what's at the end or anything like that. You gather that it's just another passageway of some sort.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll say we might be safe enough for a short or long rest if we want to kind of think out our next move. If we need to recover a little bit, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
What time of day is it? Is the sun
Yeah.
out?
You
Can we
have
tell?
no goddamn idea.
We can't even see through this hole.
It's pretty dark out, so you figure it's pretty much night. But you've been
Yeah,
in there.
yeah.
You've had a short rest down below. You've
Yeah.
spent several hours figuring out the moon room as you were going up and down, and Broadus being flung from the abyss for a while.
Let's say that
Sorry, the
Lloyd,
ethereal plane.
Lloyd, has a pretty standard evening poo that he knows happens at a certain amount of time. Would he be able to say approximately, feeling his gut, that what time it is?
I think all the undead things beat the shit out of you previously that you probably wouldn't need to poop
you don't
on
need
your
to poop.
regular schedule.
Fine.
Do we still have the immovable rod?
You do everything that you brought from the
We didn't lose anything.
How
the
big
ship.
is
You haven't
the,
lost anything yet.
how big is the doorway that we just walked through? We came in. How big?
The shadow doorway?
Yeah. How big is it? Which way did the door open? Inward, or is it an innie for us or an outie for us?
It would open inward to you guys.
Currently?
Yeah. So
Oh.
it would enter into the chambers that you're at.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, if we want to do a long rest, I'm going to pull out one of my canoes that I have, and we're going to throw it in front of the doorway and put the immovable rod in front of that, and then no one can come in. Yeah?
Sounds reasonable.
I mean,
I
seems
mean-
pretty reasonable. I mean, I don't need these canoes, so
I mean, the canoes are, you know.
Until we get on some water.
look, I have 2. Okay, I have 2.
Yeah,
You
there's-
can
So if we need another canoe,
purpose it.
I got you. All right.
Yeah, I figured.
And
Nobody-
as you open the doorway and find yourself by a river, just kidding.
Well, I mean, we have one canoe. We have one canoe left. Can fit 6.
Canoe.
Fit 2 people comfortably.
I didn't say comfortably, did I?
Oh, well.
I'm not that big.
I'll sit on your lap. It's not a big deal.
Only if you spin.
Yeah.
So what's the plan, folks?
Um,
Are
I
we
don't
going to
think
try
that's
and clear the rubble, or are we trying to sleep?
why don't we do a rest and then determine?
And then we can clear the rubble.
or- Yeah, I mean we'll fully refresh. That way, if we run into anything after clearing said rubble, there's also the passageway that's like kind of still here that we didn't check out that I noticed. So we might need a lookout for our long rest, but you know we're not ready
Alright.
for another fight. I don't think it's my thought.
All right.
Wait, hang on. I got.
So what's the
wait.
plan? You resting up? Who's watching? Who's doing what?
Steve will take first rest or first watch.
Are we gonna do a long rest? I mean, if we
Yeah, we
can,
can.
we do a long rest? I guess.
I think we can.
Can you?
I mean,
What
is
do you-
that what you guys want?
So I mean, okay, we don't need to use the canoe, all right, or the rowboat as is
You don't think
described,
so?
which is 12 feet long, by the way, in case you want to know. So we'll all fit.
That's big.
We, I mean, if it just opens to us, we can just put the rod right in front of it. And
True.
it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
open
that would-
that would probably solve the problem.
No.
Lay
canoe
rod
necessary.
down in front of.
Yeah. I don't have a tiny hut, so my bad.
Yep, not yet.
My
Not
bad,
yet.
guys. My bad.
Eventually.
So
Have a-
immovable rod set in front of the door, and then long rest time.
I feel that's kind of the way this conversation was going. Correct?
Let's
All
do
right.
I
it.
think that's a great plan.
Let's do it. We will feel
All right.
better.
Everyone gets a long rest.
Long, well-deserved rest.
A very sleepless, unrestful rest, but a long rest nonetheless. You are sleeping in the tomb of a necromancer. And so one eye open would be a kind way to describe how you all slept that night. Nothing happened. Nothing came about you.
It's got to be that immovable rod.
It was a restless night, we'll put it that way. I'd like you all to make
Fuck.
just a perception check for me.
Yeah.
Some pretty good rolls. Well,
Who are you missing?
Me.
Valen,
I
you were-
perceive
I'm
that-
working on it. I gotta find it.
gills.
Oh, I didn't see shit.
No problem.
I'm not
Lloyd,
percept.
You're still asleep, probably. Actually.
Yeah. Lloyd, you
Dice
wake up
change.
and you're just like, I didn't sleep too well, but you seem to have heard something coming from behind the rocks.
Ooh, I like that
Okay.
color.
Yeah.
You're not quite sure what, but not like something like at the rocks or anything. But you definitely heard some noise coming from that general direction. You ask other people, and nobody's really like everybody slept real bad, but they weren't picking up what you were putting down at all.
Gotcha. Well, there's definitely some back there, boys. I don't know what it is. I heard it. You can't not. So yeah.
I also have
Did
a
I have
portable.
any idea what it was though? I mean,
I have a portable
Rocks.
RAM.
a ram?
Yeah, a portable RAM.
What?
Oh.
What do you carry?
my old
How
truck?
do you carry this shit?
First off, it's a
He's just- yeah,
patch.
he's got a
It's a
Dodge Ram.
patch on my jacket that I'm wearing, and when I pull it off and throw it
Oh
on the
my
ground,
God.
it appears. Okay.
Jacket. I forgot about the
Yes,
jacket.
my jacket.
Actual RAM.
Okay. Well,
It's a battering
guess,
ram. I
Yeah,
forget.
I literally have a battering ram.
Yeah, it's battering ram.
So
That could have come in
Oh.
handy for a lot of other things.
Interesting.
Is it like expendable? Like if you use it as a gun?
I mean, it
Or
stays there.
needs to-
I mean, once I throw it on the ground, I mean, we can carry it with us if we want. It's not like I can put the patch back on.
Yeah,
Right.
When it's a
it
battering
becomes in existence a battering ram. Yes.
I mean, all the gold.
Why don't
like,
I
I hope it's sustained.
Why don't I
because-
try and move it first? Just
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
raw
you.
strength
Yeah, I mean,
before
you
we-
do you.
before
You
we
do
use
you.
anything.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna say I could bardically inspire you, but I mean, if you got this, I mean, you got
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I would love that. Is it a save or ability? Or,
Strength check.
it's-
Just a pure check.
Well, I mean, how many?
Strength.
You're just gonna
Feat of
throw all the
strength.
boulders? I mean,
Festivus style.
Yeah. Okay.
Feats of strength.
You want to give me some inspiration?
Yeah, give me a
What
second.
is that? 1d6?
Hang on, I gotta get to the combat tracker.
Doesn't know how to be a bard.
I gotta target
still
you.
Still new to him.
I know how to do it. I just have to get to it.
No.
Did that work? No, I hit the wrong
Wait.
button.
Inspiration.
No, I hit the wrong button. So now I need to do it. There we go. Effect. Got it. Did it.
Hmm.
All
You are
right.
now bardically inspired.
Did you
Oh.
dance?
Well,
Ooh.
I'm gonna need to be.
Oh.
Whoops.
And then it's what a
1d6.
on top of that.
Yep.
Yeah, it runs out after a minute, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So you try and move some of the bigger ones. The bigger ones aren't budging, but you're able to move a couple of the like standard sized boulders. But the bigger guys, they're not giving it all.
Okay.
Can we now
Um,
peek in there to see what was making that noise that our friend Ilioid had talked about?
It's still tough. There's going to be some there's got to be some more digging to go on to be able to get through there.
Okay.
Hmm,
Cool.
okay.
Cool.
So you want to do blasty blast or what you thinking?
I mean, I'm down for just like
Let's.
whatever.
I
can
think
help
the
with
battering ram
Blasty
makes
Blast.
the most
Well, but I mean, my wand,
gonna-
sense right now.
my wand doesn't take a
save
spell
the
slot.
charges on the wand.
No, it comes
Right.
back. It comes. I get 1d6, or I get one. My wand charges come back.
I mean, that's
As long as I don't go
Yeah,
down
but
to
we
one.
might want.
Yeah.
Oh
We
yeah,
might
you
wanna
might want to
save
roll
that
that
for
1d6 by the way to recharge it. There,
Oh,
no,
did
we're supposed to do that after each long rest to
Did
see how
you-
many charges you get back.
Did you use my wand?
No.
I did.
Oh, see, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
that's true.
believe
I forgot.
3. I used 3.
Yeah, I told you we had a
It's
bit
the
of
same
a
for
fight.
the
Burger.
Wand of Wonder. I should roll a
is
d6
indeed.
for that too.
It is
I'm gonna make
indeed.
sure it's a d6. Yeah, 1d6. Oh, 2 charges.
2 charges. Okay.
So what am I up to?
Charges.
Yeah.
I think it holds 6, so you're up to 5.
7.
Holds 7 charges. Okay,
7
so
charges.
6.
So I have 6 charges. Okay.
Yep.
Same.
I think we should use the ram and hold our abilities for what lies
mean-
beyond.
I mean,
potentially.
I'm fine with it. I mean, we can use the battering ram. It's not like I have anything. Anyway,
I mean,
another
we're still
use for
gonna
this
have
damn
to
thing.
use our strength
Yeah,
for that. So
Seems
Yeah.
to be the
Collective strength checks.
Cool.
like it.
yes.
Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm like,
Cool.
ram it is. Rip off my patch. I throw it on the ground and bam.
Well, it's not.
Yep. You
Battering
check, you
ram.
check
And
the
am I-
thing on the ground, and suddenly this large wooden pole lands in the middle of the floor. And at the end of it is literally what looks like a steel ram head.
Love it.
And the pole has like little levers or little handles protruding from it, kind of alternating on each side. for multiple people to be able to utilize this thing.
Let's go.
I'm assuming I'm still bardically inspired.
Did you get a second one?
No.
Then no.
I thought you said that it lasted for a certain amount of time. How quickly I forget.
It'll last for a
You
minute.
only get it once,
but you only get to use it
yeah.
once.
Guys,
Correct.
yesterday was a rough day drinking day.
Did you
I'm
fall
still-
off one of those horses?
Oh.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I felt like I did. I really felt like I was that jockey that got trampled.
He would have just stayed on his horse. It would have been fine.
Yeah,
Right?
stupid human
How hard would that be?
getting in the horse's way. That was good. All right. So I would like to see a group strength check, please.
I'm gonna help you
Okay.
guys out so much.
Yeah, right. Me too.
Oh my god. Changing the
Oh,
colors.
our strong guy. Oh god. All
I'm,
right, there you
here
go.
we go.
There you
I'm
go.
literally the worst.
Nat one for
Oh
Lloyd.
no.
I threw my back out, boys.
How
Yeah,
did
dude,
how literally
boy,
did the
never-
weakest?
Not
I have
doing
no
good.
modifier.
Ever do a strength check again. Ever in your life.
So
do
fucking
you know how to do strength.
Man, Lloyd
Like-
is such a terrible fucking human being.
You have
All you
have the
do-
back of an 85-year-old amputee, man. Like that's just not good. So two of you pick up. This isn't too bad. That you ram this thing in, and all of you just are like shaken like a Looney Tunes character after hitting into a brick wall. Just like you just got the like all of your joints just suddenly just sting from the impact. But Steve and Valor are just like, I mean, we got to do this again, right?
Right.
Lloyd sitting down on the ground yet again. Peter Griffin.
Hurts.
All right. I mean, we're gonna try this again.
Yeah, do we all have to go? Do I have to go again?
You might
gonna
want
help
to
you out so much.
set this one out, but any help is going to be good.
I'm gonna give it a go. I'm getting up and going.
It's- Yeah, the difficulty is going to be a little bit more this time, just because the utter failure of the last one. But go for it.
Yep. I'm gonna do a quick color
Group strength
change.
check. 21. There it is. That's what you expect your paladin to do. Yikes! All right, that's what you expect your wizard to do. That's what you expect your bard to do.
And last but not least,
Lining up.
haha! I
Hey,
did
hey,
die.
11.
Ooh.
Okay, where's Steve?
Steve's dead.
Steve's dead. You
Oh my god.
Mediocre.
You
I didn't- I
little
didn't die.
bit
This turned out
different
to be a
situation this
terrible
time.
idea.
You guys do start to make a little bit of headway in it, but if you're keeping down this route, it's going to take several hours to break through with these kind of rolls. So I'm not saying like actual gameplay hours. I'm like actual hours of your characters' lives to be able to do this.
Okay.
All right.
We can do
Got
one more
that.
time to see if there's any further movement.
Let's
on
do
this,
it!
or you guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
One more time.
I'm
more time.
feeling the strength.
Zoinks.
Oh boy.
We need new dice.
Boom.
Hey, guess what?
Okay.
Okay, we
Okay.
got a
Lloyd's
14,
back
a
in the
19,
game.
an 18.
19, 18, 14, a natural 1, and a 2. So
That's a natural. Oh, yeah.
you guys have taken several swings at this with the battering ram. You actually feel the battering ram start to give a little bit, but you do create a pretty large crack and clear out some of the stonework to be able to see what is on the other side. A little bit of light peeks through from there.
Oh, can we take a look?
You absolutely can. I would like whoever does to make an investigation check, please.
So that you can see light peeking through from the other side.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I would
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna
to-
sit down.
I will. I mean,
Whoever's got the best perception or investigation is probably going to
Not me.
I've got a pretty good investigation. So let Steve poke his way in there. Perception. Can I do perception?
No.
perceive away, my friend.
I mean, my perception's good.
My perception's fucking awesome.
So you're looking around. You're not quite sure what you're looking for. Hence the perception. Investigation would be a little bit more precise, but perception, not quite sure what you're looking at. But as you approach, you realize that the light that's peeking through is more arcane in nature, more or less, not necessarily sunlight. As you glance back and you notice that no sunlight is pouring in from the crack in the ceiling where you slid in, God knows how long ago. You look through and you see a faint glow of something or other in there. As you peek in, you notice large canisters of some sort, which is somewhat odd. But you find what seem to be tanks of some sort in through there. There are various benches and workstations, and in the far corner is, especially with a roll like that, you notice that in the far corner there is what appears to be a some sort of unpowered arcane armor of some sort. It has a lot of different sigils on it. It's purple and white, and seems to have a lot of different sigils on it, but it seems to be completely inactive in the far corner.
I tell the compatriots what I see. Is there any? Do I recognize the light from anything? Can I see? Does that seem familiar to me at all?
Similar light to what adorned the halls throughout this entire place, not just the hallway that you came from with all the shadow creatures, but just arcane flame.
Okay, sure. Tracking. Roger. I let everyone know that there seems to be it's lit just like the rest of the place, but like in this weird glow. We're not really sure where it's coming from.
We got some armor too, huh? Interesting.
Indeed.
Who's our arcanist?
I mean,
That'd be Gomer.
you know.
Yeah. I mean, how you feel? You're feeling good. You're not hurt right now, but you like to hurt yourself. So,
That's not true.
all right. Sure,
I
whatever.
do tend to get hurt, but I don't like
Correct.
it.
Right. Yeah. Anyways, why don't you take? I guess Brian, how far we got before we can actually get through to something? Do we have to keep slamming this shit, or what's
You could probably keep working at this point in time because of the crack that's been created. You could probably work at it by hand for another hour or so, and be able to get through. No problem.
All right.
You've already been at it for, probably about an hour or two already. So, what's another hour?
Okay, got it.
What's another hour unless we have to roll?
Yeah, you guys needed some rest after those ones.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No,
you're-
no, I'm saying
everyone's old man
we have to
bones needed me.
do we have to roll again?
No, I'm not going to make you roll again. It'll be about another
Okay,
hour.
that's what I was getting. Okay, cool.
No. Zeph, are you going in or are you backing out?
I mean,
if folks are willing to help me open it up, I'll head in there.
yeah. Why don't we be careful? When we clear the rubble, sort of, kind of peek in and let.
Well, let's make sure that we can all get in there so that we're not just
Let's
throwing.
let Cornelius take a peek and see if he can recognize what we're dealing with before we just jump right in. I thought.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. So you clear the rubble out enough to allow all the various sizes of those in your party to crawl through. It was a long line of stones that it was a pretty decent sized cave, and the battering ram was able to break down some of the stones. You were basically pushing everything into the next room. Battering rams are supposed to break open things, but you were basically trying to jam about 10 feet of broken stone and collapsed stone into an open room, which that's tough. And it took a while. And it took a lot of energy. But you finally make it through and you're able to crawl through the last little bit. And Cornelius, if you're going in, you find yourself in a room. Appears to be a massive laboratory of some sort.
Is there only arcane stuff on the armor, or is it kind of on the workstations or benches? Is it elsewhere?
So there's various benches littered throughout, and some of them have various, surgical instruments on them. Some of them have books and writing utensils. Some of them have just basic tools on them to get fire started and things like that. But the things in the center of the room are the like centerpieces. They seem to be something made of some things made of metal with some weird substance inside of them, some weird liquid inside of them. Nothing in the vats that you can see, but it's a pretty large room. It's not just a small little laboratory that you would walk in. It is a large room. Or do you enter the room, or are you kind of still watching from the rubble?
I'm currently watching from the rubble. Like, is it lit pretty well? Because of okay, then once I kind of see the centerpieces and stuff and survey it, I'll start walking in.
Okay. Start walking in and start getting a feel for everything around you. What do you start walking towards? Like the far corner by the armor, or are you like trying to check out the vats, or where are you going?
Ultimately, seeing the sigils on the armor that's gonna take my attention, unless there's other arcane things that I spot on the way.
Nothing that you spot from an arcane side of things.
Okay.
Most of the things in here seem to be just either just dead. It's dead stuff. Like it is just viscera that's rotted and on the ground. Like there's nothing alive in here. Nothing arcane, and the armor tends to stand out. To even an untrained eye, it seems to stand out. But so you start approaching that suit of armor, and you walk past 2 rows of these vats going towards the armor, and once you pass the second row, you look down the row towards the other wall, and you notice a very large hole, and down towards the other wall.
Hello.
Hello.
Very large.
Hello.
What's up, bud?
Then deep, or then
deep and wide, deep and wide.
Okay.
Right.
It's in the floor or in the wall?
Floor.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna check that out before I head over to the armor. Is it
See,
like, can you
head
see
over to
anything
the-
down it?
So you head over to the floor. You go over to the hole in the floor. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay. Is it lit? Like, if it's not lit, I would send some light, is what I'm getting at.
Oh, gotcha. The hole itself is like pitch black.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely send some dancing lights down there.
Okay. So you send some lights down.
Dance lights.
Make an investigation check on that as you send the dancing lights down the hole.
Hello.
That was almost so good.
It was close. I saw like a 19 scoot around there a little bit, but it's not too bad. So as the dancing lights go down, and down and down and down, how far can they go down?
That's a great question. I think it's 120.
120. That's what. That's
Yeah,
120
120
miles.
feet.
Yes, 120 miles.
And they're-
About
Yeah, I can send them 120 feet and they light a 10-foot radius.
Okay. About
There's
where they
4 of them.
stop. Lloyd, make an investigation check. Are you around the hole? I'm assuming everybody's in here now.
Yeah, I definitely am following.
Yep,
Okay.
Steve's in
So
there.
make a. I want you to make actually a perception check, please.
Why don't you let Steve make
Yeah,
a perception
yeah,
check?
not bad.
So
Not bad.
as you're looking down, you notice something that nobody else in the party would probably notice is that about where the dancing light stops, it stops moving because it's reached its the fullest extent of how far it can go before it dissipates. You were there by yourself at one point in time. That's looks to be about the spot where the cave-in was where you saw Belivar tiresome previously,
Oh.
where you were above him looking down into his resting chambers.
So we've already.
So you gather
been
that
here.
you are about 120 feet up from there.
So I can see like down into that, and that's.
So that's about as far as you can go down. But with that investigate or that perception check, supposed to be investigation, I think. I forget. Either way,
I
this
did
is my third-
perception.
This is my third bourbon, so I'm gonna let it roll.
Delicious.
Hey,
You're pretty certain that's where it is. The light can't really go any further, but you seem to remember seeing these things. Also, with that perception check, that 16, as you glance around the floor of where you're at, you notice that there's large, like claw marks in and around the entrance of the hole.
Comforting.
And not necessarily claw marks, I'm trying to think of the right word, like just
Scratches.
as though fingers were grabbing the dirt and pulling the dirt towards the center of the hole, like something was climbing out.
And we're above all that, right?
You were above the resting chamber, yes.
Okay. We don't want to go back down there, right, guys? I mean, we want to get out of here, not to go.
Yeah, I mean, if it seems like it's back towards our friend, I don't want to go that direction.
Right. This is, we tried to escape. We don't need to. Maybe we just have a different way in next time.
So do we need to close this hole, though, before we leave?
I don't know about that. I mean, he was pretty well behind another chamber, right?
Yes. And how did this get made?
Well, we blasted through it. Well, I don't know.
Gentlemen, I appreciate your persistence. You all hear suddenly.
Fuck.
You all look above you from where the voice is coming from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Of us.
another large hole has appeared.
Yeah, of course.
It was there the whole time,
Right.
but seems to be more situated towards the corner of where the ceiling and the wall meet. And the blue visage of Belivar Tiresome looks down through it
Dick.
and says, I appreciate your assistance and the time you've provided me,
Ugh.
because it's allowed my creations to paint more of an exit for me. So while you did not directly assist me, you certainly indirectly assisted me. And I bid you adieu.
God damn it.
So,
And the face dissipates into nothing.
Okay. We still got to get out of here, though, right? I mean,
Yeah, I guess so.
You do indeed. You do indeed.
Yeah, that's not good.
Seems like he got out that way. Maybe we can too. God damn it.
I mean, he dissipated out of here, right? I mean, we can't do that.
No, there was a large hole created. Like
Oh,
you have a feeling that what happened was during your long rest and your short rest and the escape throughout provided his creatures enough time to be able to continue breaking him out of his tomb, and he successfully escaped.
well,
Oh, no.
So he's out in the world.
He gone.
He
well, you
gone.
know, I mean,
Or you assume that he's gone. He definitely
knows what he's
dissipated
doing?
in a room above you towards the surface.
Yeah,
so
he
you
might-
assume that
He
he's gone.
decided not to kill us on his way out. That's real mighty fine of him.
he might have left some shit behind us. So let's get out of here.
Yeah, I feel like we may want to warn some people
Just
pretty quickly.
GTFO. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Oh, shit.
It's alright. We're good.
It's fine. We did our best. Like it's not like we. Failure is always an option. This is D&D.
Yeah, remember
we-
remember the
we-
last session? You guys
we'll-
let a
We'll get paid for some of
a
this shit.
plague leave and let a crazy person buy a biological weapon.
Still,
it's just-
still would like a one shot.
Got a lot of money out of it, though.
With that,
You never know. Never know.
I mean, we bought some good shit with that cash. I mean, let's
you
not.
did.
what happened to that guy? Weird.
Who
Huh.
knows?
Oh well.
We're still in the
Shadow
same
knows.
world. We might see him again.
So you just ran into Belivar and he pieced out, and you're in a laboratory. What y'all doing?
Looking for any cool
I'm,
shit we can
I'm still curious about these arcane sigils.
Is there anything
Even though I'm
All right.
deeply disappointed in myself.
Deeply disappointed in myself, but still curious about the sigils. All right, that's
Steve is
legit.
looking for
Get
maybe
some stuff. We gotta get some stuff out of
shit.
this place.
Yeah. Is there any weapons or maybe a bow?
There's a lot of books. There's a lot of books, but
Books are nice. Any alcohol?
make an investigation check. In fact, I would like everybody to make an investigation check.
Group investigation check. Can it be an perception check instead?
I know.
No, brother. He says fucking
You're
investigation.
looking for things.
I get a +0, and I don't complain.
All right.
I got a +3, but I only rolled a 2. Fuck.
All right. Look at that. So
Not great.
Cornelius,
that's
you
pretty
go.
good.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Cornelius, you go towards the armor, and you notice that this armor is completely different than anything you've seen before. It's not even. The description would be armor, from a distance, but as you get closer to it, it looks like it is various parts of armor that are not connected at all. So you see like a breastplate and shoulder pads, metal shoulder pads, a location where a head would be, but is instead made up of this intricate woven metal. So it where a head would be is just a straight line, as though there's no head on this thing. The arms are just bands hanging there in midair. Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh god.
This
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
don't. This is an armor. You know that after looking at it. Like this is some sort of golem.
Oh, got it.
But it seems to be unpowered besides what's just holding it together. But you can't really gather anything else besides that, especially why the hell it's here.
Okay. How
Broadus,
challenging would it be to are these big,
Yeah.
heavy pieces?
Yeah, this thing, this is not an armor that like Broadus could fit into. Like you saw it from a distance. Like this thing is probably about 12 feet tall.
Okay, all right, that's what I'm looking for. Okay,
Yeah, it's pretty big for you to be able to like get in and actually see all these arcane sigils and things like that. You've had to like climb up on it. So,
okay.
and the amount of shaking and things like that you've done to this thing, like you knew coming up to it that it was depowered, that it wasn't working. So,
Mhm.
well, I as DM probably didn't describe it as such. Like you recognized it as a wizard. Like, okay, golem not active, or else it would have probably set off immediately. So, what's going on with this thing?
And then while everyone else is kind of looking at the room, I would like to just take out a piece of paper and start sketching some of the runes or the sigils that I see.
Absolutely,
On the
absolutely.
armor.
And it's tough to do because what you saw from a distance were these little sigils fading in and out. It's these little sigils that are like fading in and out of thin air. So it's
Okay.
not as though there's sigils directly on this thing, but you do jot a couple down as quick as you can as you see them fade in and out of existence around this thing. But it seems like you'll see one, and then you'll see another just an inch or two above and to the right, and it seems like there's a lot of air of arcana about this thing, where jotting individual sigils down might not mean much, but to you it feels like you're actually doing something, and you're actually like getting something down, or you feel like you may be doing that.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Broadus, with that investigation check, you're looking around. There's nothing of worth in here from like a treasure perspective. But you do go through various notebooks along the desks, and you do happen to find one that seemed to be a leather-bound book of some sort. Has handwritten notes, various scribbles in them, various little shreds of paper that were torn out and kind of folded and put back in as maybe makeshift bookmarks, or just I need to remember this later type of a thing. But seemed to be a pretty worn book. You find that inside the front cover is these two words.
Okay. Do those words mean anything to me as a paladin?
Nope, they don't.
All right, and you said that in the sleeve it was a piece of paper and it just had these two words on it.
The inside of so is the entire book. The inside of the front cover has those two words on it.
Gotcha. Um,
Yeah.
I take that and I show it to Cornelius and say, "Does this mean anything to you?"
Hey, buddy. I like leather-bound books. I don't know. Does that mean anything to me?
Make a history check.
Okay.
You have heard the word mortalitatis before, and it somewhat means mortal, but you're not quite sure how it goes together. Like it feels like you have heard this before, but you're not
Mhm.
quite sure what it would indicate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Finding
Right.
something written in a strange language about mortality in a necromancer's laboratory seems like it's run of the mill.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just tell Broadus as such, like I only recognize the mortalitatis. Kind of means mortal. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, Broadus is surprised as a paladin that he hasn't heard of this before either, having to do with him knowing about
I mean,
religions
you can
and
roll a
stuff.
history check if you'd like.
I'd like.
Go for it.
He
Both of you are
studied at the
proficient in
Juilliard.
history, but
Yeah.
Cornelius a little bit more proficient. But I mean, it's about the same. You take the book back and you do look through it, and it appears that it is in handwritten notes, and there are various other words that you've never heard before. But it seems like potentially names, maybe.
I show it to the cleric.
Yeah, Steve goes over and takes a look. Yeah. Do I recognize them?
He points out the names. And go ahead and you can make a go ahead and make a history check.
Oh yeah, big whammy.
Oh, jeez.
I think he knows things about them.
So, you're more familiar with the two words on the front. The two words on the front stand for Challengers of Mortality. The names, you're not 100% certain what they are, but you kind of scroll through the book a little bit, and there seems to be an interconnection between everything, and that's all about how to overcome mortality. The names don't mean anything to you, but you notice several different ways of eternal life, more or less.
This is a handbook for immortal life. Must have been how he did it.
Well, it's not just that; it has different ways that you're not envisioning there. It is the necromancy that Bolivar was dealing with, but it's other things as well. It's not just like corpses and reanimation, but um, one of the things that you gathered from Cornelius kind of, reviewing the golem and everything is that there is a section in this book about everlasting life through soul transference to machines. So like different ways to get to immortality.
That's pretty cool. Pretty metal.
I think we should take it with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might have a clue to how to defeat him.
Yeah, I'll go ahead
Yarp.
and put that. And well, unless Steve wants to carry it, I don't know.
Yeah, Steve will
Or
take it.
who would be the best suited to carry it, unless it's like 10-pound tome.
Steve can take it.
Yeah, it's
So-
it's not crazy heavy. It's a
He'll-
basic
he'll read
leather
more
book.
about it. See if he can.
Is there
gain some knowledge.
would there be any reason to identify it?
I mean, you certainly could try. It didn't have any issues
certainly
opening. There wasn't any sort of
There was no
magical
like
lock or anything like that.
Okay, yeah, it didn't.
Don't do
offer,
it!
There was no aura to it or anything. All right, we're good.
Okay, cool. That's all we get from this room. Like,
Pretty
I
much.
guess we've exhausted all of our. Okay.
So we
The
gotta find a way
investigation
out.
the investigation checks associated with the two of you were about as much as you could get. There's no treasure in here, but there is an arcane golem and that leather-bound book.
Can we take the golem with us?
Bitch is 12 feet tall.
Yeah, I don't think so, bro.
I'm not carrying it.
Yeah, I'm
Unless
good.
you got something you could put it in. That's
Can we drag it out with the canoe?
Do we make a patch into it?
Right there, you go.
Can we take it apart piece by piece? It's a golem.
It is in pieces and it's still huge.
Let's not worry about that. Let's go ahead and get out of here.
We need to warn some people of
Yeah. Yep.
what we just unknowingly unleashed onto the world.
You know, sometimes you're just in a bad spot and accidentally break something, and out goes a crazy genie bastard. And we were totally just hanging out and doing some Bible teaching somewhere, somehow.
so you guys trying to get the deuce out?
Yeah, like how far? Where we saw his head.
Mhm.
Far is that from where we're at?
So the ceiling's about where the hole is. Again,
Yeah.
like it seems like there is some claw marks to get up to there and dig it out. But it's about 15 feet off the ground. So not too bad. Your monk could probably jump up to there.
Monkey monk.
Yeah,
rope?
we have rope, right?
Monk's
I'm
got
pretty sure we do.
ups.
All right, and like, yep, okay, gonna jump using my ring. Leapity leap.
Leapity leap, and the ring just provides you the ability to jump superty duperty high.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't.
that-
I couldn't find a description on it. Just ring
Let's
of
see.
jumping is what it says.
Let me check
Since
it
you can
out.
cast the jump spell.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it just allows you to cast the jump
Like,
spell. And the jump
Can
spell is
jump,
actually
like
should
straight
be
up
in there.
like 10.
Oh, that's weird. Why is
10
jump
feet or
not in
something.
there? Give me a second. That's real weird.
It's all good.
Jump. You touch a creature. The creature's jump distance is tripled until the spell ends.
Nice. Okay.
So, do you know your jump speed?
Negative.
Negative.
I mean, I assume I can jump like maybe 5 feet.
Let's see.
What's based on strength or height? I don't know. Athletics.
See.
Hey, if you have a small penis,
The
you can
maximum
jump
height a
really
character
high
can
in
jump
the air.
is equal to
Oh,
3
then I'm good.
plus your strength modifier. So your strength modifier is 0.
Nice.
So
Yes.
3.
Ooh, smooth.
So you can jump 3 feet. This lets
Oh
you
my
jump
God.
9 feet.
Okay. I mean, that's a lot more than what I normally jump. So.
Sure, it's true. So you could probably cobble some things together, pull the just pull the arcane golem over there and just jump up 3 feet. You'll be fine.
All right, I did it. Jumping. Do I need to do anything?
Parkour up, do some crazy monk shit. You jump on up, and I feel like as a monk you should have different jump, but anyways,
Maybe.
you're able to pull yourself up into the room where Belivar was, and you're not quite sure what to expect. But you come to basically a very long passageway, ramping up, and then on the other side of you is a very long passageway ramping down.
Okay. Well, we want to go up, but let me grab my rope and try to tie it off so that everybody else can climb up.
And everybody makes it up.
Nice job, boys. Check out this. You go up or down. You want to go up? You want to go down?
I mean, I think we go up.
I was gonna say nobody speak it all at once here.
Y'all heading up?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all start to walk up. As you begin to walk up, the ground begins to shake as another earthquake begins to set in, and
Great.
rubble begins to fall around your shoulders, and the shaking intensifies, and you're all kind of stunned as you now realize you're in this small little room, and you all bolt as fast as you can.
Yeah.
I'd like everyone to make a dexterity saving throw as the ceiling right behind you begins to cave in to the shaking of the earthquake. That's some good fucking rolls. Not that one.
Ugh.
Lloyd is in his element.
Help me.
Ooh, with the -1, still
How much
squeaked
you
out a
got?
16.
Lloyd is kind of godlike right now. He can help out.
Jesus Christ. Fuck you.
Yeah, that was that's pretty good. So group
Nat 20.
group save. You all did. Cornelius fell backwards a little bit, kind of lost his footing, but Lloyd was able with his nat 20 to pick him up and grab him and carry him along. As they ran through, as you all ran through this hallway, the ceiling continues to fall behind you, and it's almost a race as you all try and run up and up and up as this hallway of never-ending darkness just continues to loop around until you finally charge out of a doorway at the end and launch yourself out into what feels to be a burst of cold air. And you roll on freshly packed snow and look up at the night sky as the sun begins to rise on the outside of this tomb.
Oh,
We're
jeepers.
just happy to be out into fresh air.
Ground is still shaking like crazy, but you are outside of the tomb.
Steve,
And
Does it seem like it's it's shaking, but is it stable underneath us?
underneath you, yeah. Up the mountain, you're not so sure. So you are still at the base of a large mountain, and an earthquake in a snow-packed mountain is not a good combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great. So we're outside. Sun is setting.
Rising.
All right. Rising. Okay. I'm just gonna send a couple of firebolts into the air.
Yeah. I like it.
See if we can get someone's attention. Like a big
Floating
or
object.
something. Yeah.
You shoot some firebolts into the air. Nothing really at this point.
Okay. How about that sending stone?
Yeah, we can certainly use that. Um,
Who has that? Not me, right?
I do. It sends a message, and I don't. I think it's to the original airship that we got on when we went to the
Yep.
cheese incident.
Yep. It is originally to the one that brought you to.
Yeah, not the one that got us here.
Correct.
So I can
The-
send a message, but I don't think that's going to help us in the meantime. The good news is that if this is good news, that you can use it once a day.
Yep. So you can call your ride back to Amon from here.
Yeah, we're gonna try and Uber back to Amon.
Sounds
So
good.
yep, we'll go ahead and send a message with our coordinates, assuming that we know exactly where we're at.
Do we? I mean, you can send it, but I mean, have we thought about looking for the other airship that was supposed to be close to us?
Sure, but
I mean, okay, nope, that's fine.
yeah,
Nope, nope.
I'm saying we're not. I will get another charge for this at next dawn, so it's not like I'm losing the sending stone. So may as well, are my thoughts at least.
Yeah, I tried to get their attention with some firebolts, but I haven't seen anything yet.
What
So we
time of day is it? Like morning still?
Just morning.
maybe?
Yep. Sun's rising right now.
All right.
yep. So it's another 24 hours before I can use the sending stone again, but we haven't had to use it at all, and it's the best show we've got because we can actually contact somebody out there.
Okay.
So yeah, let's use the sending stone.
All right. Use the sending stone on the other end. You hear. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Yep.
Same place at pickup?
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Tell them look for the firebolts.
No,
No, so, I mean, just same spot that we
No.
got dropped, I guess.
no,
Aren't we in a
no,
different spot?
no. You guys weren't listening. Yeah. It's a different airship. It's not the same airship that got us here.
Yeah, this is the airship that originally got you to Vilnoya, not the one that got you to the Spire that Lorita was on. This is the one that
Okay.
had the private airship that you got.
Right.
Okay.
So we have to. I thought that I was pretty explicit in saying that I gave our location and the original.
Oh, you
sending
gave.
stone.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But you don't really know where you're at, though. Like your
Hey.
coordinates, you wouldn't really know where you're at right now.
Okay, so can we walk it back a little bit and then
Yeah, we
try
can.
and come up with a better way of describing where we're at, guys?
Yeah.
Because you really don't know where the hell you're at right now. You came out of a doorway in the ground and shot out on top of a mountain where an earthquake was happening.
Right.
Right, but we know that we were at a spire.
Correct.
Okay, and we do know via airship that saved us from the cheese incident which direction we were heading, but I do not recall how long it took to get to the spire from the molten cheese incident.
It wasn't long. The city of Illinois is built near the spire, so it wasn't too terrible of a trek of a flight from the city to the spire.
All right, well then I would ask my compatriots to wrap our heads around where we are at based off of when we were leaving and which direction that we headed to get to the spire, and give some sort of a more accurate location of where we're at based off of what we all observed on that airship to the spire. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And you guys look around. You're able to. It's very again. You're on the base of a mountain, so you have to look around to be able to actually see like over the horizon, things like that. Kind of walk over some various cliffs, but you do ultimately see where the spire is. Probably about 200 yards away.
Hmm.
All right, and then I'm pretty sure. Well, we knew which direction that we came from and about how long it took, and therefore can come up with an idea of which direction from where we were dropped off at to give to the other airship captain.
Yeah, if you're trying to get back to the city, that's probably about, now that you've identified where the spire is, in the current elements and unknown of what could potentially happen from any further earthquake phenomena, you're probably about a half a day's hike from the city of Valnoya.
Okay. So just trying to get to the best message to send to him. Like, we are generally in this area. Um, if anybody has any objection to this message, please chime in. But you're basically in the message, I'd say you're looking for a spire. Once you find it, send some sort of signal um, down, like whether it's like you know, shooting a flares or whatever, and then we will respond with our location, but we'll be looking for you.
We're only like a half day's walk though to where we need to technically go.
Yeah.
Some
It'll take
avalanche
about
danger.
So do we want to say that we'll be heading in this direction, trying to intercept us and pick us up?
We don't have to, but
Or do you
Yeah, she
guys
said
just
it would
want to
take
walk
the
it?
the captain said it would take about 3 hours to get back to Vilnoya from Amman. You have a couple hours at the very least for them to pick you back up.
Oh, then I guess we're walking it.
And we should probably let them know too before we just leave. Like, Florida probably wants to know. The whole like Ograi organization probably wants to know.
Yeah, the last time
Yeah.
you left her, there was fire leaking up to the blimp from the Imperious, I should say, the name of the blimp, from the rope that you all were on. She had to take off because she couldn't tether any further.
Yeah.
So you imagine she's probably around here, but again, you lost track of time down there and how long you were down there, so you're not quite sure what's going on.
Yeah, it brought
Fair.
us through the time warp several times down there.
You did do the time warp again.
Hmm.
yeah, it was a little rough.
I should have jumped to the left.
Yeah. Seems like we're gonna be walking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's walk then.
Yeah, we can walk, I suppose.
Start hoofing it. Did you actually make the call or not?
Which call?
No.
Okay. So you start hoofing it, and you notice everything's pretty calm now that you've made it out of the tomb. The earthquake happened shortly after, once you saw Belivar. The earthquake happened sometime after that.
Are we
Well,
assuming
since-
that the cave collapsed during the earthquake? Like the whole cave?
This hallway that you were in absolutely collapsed because you were
Mm.
outrunning the collapsing cave
You
as
can't
you were
infer
running
that
out.
the rest of the cave also
Yeah.
collapsed.
That is a safe assumption to make, but you do not know.
Okay.
So, y'all take a hike, and it is a quiet, somber one, as this is the first time this group was unsuccessful in their quest to right some wrongs, if you will. Everyone's relatively somber, and you eventually pass by the spire where you originally fell in to the cracks, were chased in really by the never-ending blood ooze, and you're very hesitant to walk by it, but because you don't want to set off any of these oozes, but there doesn't appear to be any. It's relatively quiet. The earthquake has ceased. You walk over the cracks where bubbling blood oozes came out before. Nothing comes out. And so you just keep walking. And you walk to the valley, crest of a hill down to the valley between two other mountain peaks, and walk back down towards the city of Vilnoya. It's a sad walk as you approach the city, and for somewhat of a comedic way for a lot of people to go, it was still a lot of people tied to that town. And you're there, and you run into Larita as she is trying to help people in the city with whatever they need, whether it's handing out food, whether it's using her magics to try and alleviate some construction process, things like that. Like, she's trying to do whatever she can. As you're walking up, she's just running between different groups, trying to assist in any way that she can, until she sees you in her eyes widen, and she runs up to you and says, "Earthquakes have stopped. Tell me that you've been successful."
Unfortunately, we have not been successful.
And her face turns incredibly pale. And she kind of buries her forehead and the top of her head into your chest as she grabs your lapels, and she says, "This is terrible."
Terrible.
Yeah. We're sorry.
We're not happy
Honestly,
about it. The
honestly, we were
results.
just lucky to escape with our lives. It was
Yeah, a little
it was rough.
Yeah.
I should have known better. I should have known better than to send you all into where what I was concerned might have been. Oh, I should have just called the order. I was just too bullheaded to do it. I'm afraid, my friends, there's worse yet to come. If Belivar truly did escape and bested you, that was when he was at his weakest.
And he had plenty of help during that dug him out.
Yeah. Then he's getting stronger by the minute.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to take as much help as we can if he's going to recover the entirety of his strength.
So who was this guy? You seem to know a little bit about him.
He was a member of the order until he decided to go off half-cocked and start looking into the darker of the arts and started doing illegal, unspeakable things. And they finally locked him away. We got we set traps. We set a lot of locks in place to keep him there. And for whatever reason, these earthquakes that happened, I have a feeling that they're connected in some way. Because as soon as what I'm assuming is he escaped, these things stopped.
That's what we observed as well. We did get a book. Steve takes the book out, hands it to her. Maybe this can help figure out more of a weakness for him.
She looks through it. She says, "It's interesting. Seems to be a lot of notes of his own. I recognize his handwriting, at least from what I've seen from my own studies. Placatores mortalitatis. I've heard of this group before. Have you?
I have indeed. Right?
You haven't necessarily heard of the group before, but you've definitely picked up what their plan is. You didn't know the term group indicates that there's some sort of coalition or connective tissue there between people, and you all kind of piece together what you thought in the laboratory, but now it seems to be coming true to fruition that there seems to be just a group of individuals of maybe not necessarily necromancers as the standard term would apply, but a number of people that are interested in finding eternal life just by the mere mention of the word group. It seems like Lord Tiresome Bolivar is just one of several.
Well, what do we do now?
She hands the book back to you and she says, "Well, there's nothing to do right now." She hands you a sending stone. She says, "Keep this. Hold on to it. If I need you again, I'll call you. You may have questions about what you saw down there. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get back into it, so we'll want to know. But we may have work for you as well to be able to right this terrible situation." So she hands Cornelius the sending stone, and she hands the leather-bound book back to Steve.
We'll keep in touch.
Right. So that went well. All things considered.
She turns back around. She says, "Oh, by the way,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to need those items back too."
I hand her over the Wand of Wonder as soon as she hands me the sending stone.
Wand
Steve
of Wonder.
Steve looks
That's
at
all I
the
have, right?
at the staff of healing. Longingly remembers it, knowing its power. Hardly ever got to use it. Thankfully, hands it to her.
Staff healing gone.
Brutus gives his sentinel shield back.
I don't think Lloyd took anything.
Lloyd definitely took something.
Movable
Well-
rod gone.
You took my rod?
A movable rod.
Oh, man.
And Valendor. Unfortunately, the robe of useful items.
Oh, shit.
You're left standing naked in the cold.
Yep.
Penniless.
True.
It's about this time that you hand these things back over to her. She gives you a nod, sullen, very depressed, very upset of what she has to go and now do, which is report to her elders that she's failed.
Right.
And that there's some dark times ahead. And about this time, she turns her back to you and starts to walk away with with her hands full. You look behind you and you see the mountain pass where you came from. The snow peaks just suddenly give way, and just a flood of snow falls down where you came. Like-
Jeebus.
Oh shit, that could have been bad.
Okay. Right.
But you made it to town.
That's right. We succeeded according to our standards.
You succeeded in survival.
We didn't die, yeah.
The
Saved your survival
standards
check.
was met.
What do you do now?
Do we still have Loretta's hospitality?
This town's fucked.
Yeah, about that.
I think maybe now we use that ride back to Amon.
Probably.
I don't think there's anything else to do here.
My headset has been crapping out. I missed from all of a sudden and the snow peak caps where you came from.
Oh damn! Yeah, you missed a lot.
Yeah, I know.
You guys just got like $1 million suddenly. Never,
Yep,
never
that's
know,
what
I
happened.
guess.
All right.
All the platinum.
all the platinum, and it's just gone
Mhm.
because you didn't answer the question correctly, man. I'm sorry. Just kidding.
Yeah.
There was an avalanche back where you came.
That's kind of what I figured.
There's
was
a
happening, but
zero
I didn't
chance
know.
you're getting back there anytime.
We don't need to. I mean, we cleared it technically.
Technically.
Right. Yeah.
So
Allegedly.